are these people?
Superstarver.
So
okay,
this
yes.
this track ends with a knocking on the line about the feds arriving. Safe to say it's all fun and games until the feds arrive. And then I was playing this song for my brother. I was down in Florida visiting family, and we're sitting in the driveway in his car, smoking a bowl. And he's like, so let me hear some of the stuff you're working on. And I had just finished up Superstarver. So I put it on, and he's just like in the zone. My brother, bless his heart, no matter how much he smokes, his tolerance is just nothing. So a couple hits and he's just like, on Mars. And he's totally vibing along to the song. And all of a sudden the knock happens, and it really felt like someone outside the car just banging on your windows.
And
he
just
jumped out of his seat. It was so fantastic. And then we both just started dying. So now every time I hear that song and I get to that tuk, 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 I just picture my brother just like losing the shit. Just the biggest buzzkill moment in a song ever. And I didn't intend on that, but in a car, it's very different than with headphones on.
Yeah.
I assure you.
Okay. Cynic is saying that he also took a bunch of edibles.
Yeah,
so.
He did. That's true. So I took a bunch of edibles. I'm fine. I'm performing tonight. Okay, here's Superstarver.
Guys, we still have the co-op coming up.
Sorry, I'm so gloomy, but the gloom is half the mood. Welcome to the country where they throw out half the food. Like, fuck you if you're hungry, we got better things to do. Got a million more priorities than human rights for you. Just empty stomachs wandering an empty store, with shelves as empty as our craters left on distant shores. They marked the spot where once a country thrived that even tried to help its poor. Now in its place, a fascist state where rape is just a tool of war. No, I guess they took a page from out the book we used in '64. The villagers we stacked in graves, caked in fucking Agent Orange. Now cut to yesterday, Afghanistan endures the very storm that swept its way through Vietnam, where even now the blood is warm. Even now Fallujah celebrates to see a baby born who's not deformed, not warped by little presents we left hidden in the dirt, courtesy of all your friends at the World Economic Forum. Courtesy of civilized political decorum, unity across the aisle, both sides agreeing via war crime quorum. I'd like to say that when they start the midterm texts, I'll be able to ignore them, but I know myself well enough to know I'm gonna draw them all rhetorically, then verbally I'll quarter them. Lyrically, I'll carpet bomb and mortar them. Purely via metaphor, I'll bury them alive, but upside down, with the utmost blasphemy intended out of spite. Lyrically, I'll lead them by the eyes, cause lyrically I'm still beneath the ice, scratching at the surface for a purpose they deny. And every time they smile and they look me in the eyes, and suddenly we're 6 feet under subprime, 6 feet standing firmly in between you and the sunrise. And now your movement's as restricted as the sunrise. Now it's crippled into parody like Occupy. Young hearts be free, young Turks here to slowly poison hearts and minds. Here to get them speaking press release in record time. Here to get them standing up for AOC and every other Langley plant who sprays the code of tax the rich across their Semper Fi. And all the skies are nice and clear, the drones are set to fly. They are following the pipeline of how the West was won to how the West declined, to how the West made debt into a genocide, to how the West demolishes a picket line, to how the West contaminates a riverside, to how the West's war crimes are glamorized, to how the West protects the kind of medical neglect that is infanticide at best and is at worst an ethnic cleansing rite. No, it's safe to say it's all fun and games until the feds arrive. Oh, shit.
Crab says that this was better on guitar even than piano. So, and it's another TYT slam, by the way. So that's great. I didn't even realize.
It is, yeah.
I forgot about the TYT reference in there. But you had the Young Turks slowly here to poison hearts and minds. Oh.
One thing I meant to point out in what was it in Communism, Taylor's version has a nod to Hyacinth. Obviously, it says something about they're drunk in the courtyard, pissing on the hyacinths. For those who really remember Hyacinth well, that's not just a name drop of the flower, but when it talks about your options as a Tesla worker, one of them was being a researcher in the biosynth department, which is essentially them performing experiments on you. And then once you're kaput, they put you in the garden. And that's, the garden bed that grows the hyacinths is where the rejected workers end up as fertilizer. So I loved the idea of the bosses out in the courtyard drinking and just pissing in the garden bed, but having it be the hyacinth bed was just like, I wanted like, now that's a fucking callback.
Right? That is a callback, and Mr. You should thank Mr. Musk for your bed.
He was kind enough to let you feed his great Leviathan.
See?